Hi guys, welcome to Nine Links. This is your host Alex, and just give you a small update today. As you can see, I have moved all my plants back to the patio instead of the front. The reason being is the sun is not as hot now in the patio. We're into a September weather. The reason they are not staying in the front is that as the day gets shorter, they don't get enough sunlight basically. So I'm kind of adjust the sunlight, moving into a more exposure area. So in the backyard, the back is very nice right now, patio, and I have plenty of room on my patio. As you can see, got all the plants back here except white champaga. It's too heavy. Just gonna leave that one over there till weather gets a little colder. Then we're gonna move down to the basement. And as we can see, we have a little helper here. Okay, and she's helping me cutting out some of the dead branches on the jasmine over here. So as you can see, we're gonna go from this side. This is the jasmine, and then we have figs over there, and then we have neem tree down there, and then we have half jasmine, half pepper down there over there. And then we have this, I think this is Logan or something. I planted a long time ago, I forgot, so I'm just gonna keep it. It looks pretty good. And then you have that night blooming jasmine in the back. As you can see, I pruned it last time down to a minimal size, ready for the winter. And then we have a sweet olive gold here. Oh, there's a bead here. And then we have a sweet olive scarlet right here, and then we have a silver olive, and we have a cymbidium sumac down there, and then we have a banana shrub over there and a little conical shape. Well, not conical, it's more like a balloon shape right there. And then we come over here, we have orange jasmine, still blooming, still got some flowers on there, smells really great. And then we have a cymbidium right there, and then another cymbidium. And this one I showed you last time is blooming, and I'm gonna zoom in real quick and show you the flower stalk. As you see that? Let me get the big one so you can see it better. Okay, you see this one right here? Yeah. Initially, it comes out as a little spike. I thought it was a leaf spike, but then gradually it increases the round and softness, and then you see those like seed-like inside the wrapper, and then it finally opens up, comes out, and then it's a little bloom comes out on the side. These all single flower buds are going to turn into flowers, so this one will require some sunlight to bloom well, so that's why I moved to the back of patio. This one is Cymbidium ruby chain. Okay, just give you a small update. So I'll be doing most of the work in the back patio now. And oh, this one right here, don't forget this one little guy right here. This one is night blooming jasmine's propagation. I cut like, I think it was last year or early spring when I do the propagation. It's already growing this big. And then we have a small one right here. I put on right next to the door because it's a Chinese perfume tree. It's very fragrant and also require some sunlight. So the back patio will be perfect for these guys. Okay, that is a small update on these guys. And one more thing before I go. One thing, as you know, sunlight is very important for plants. I mean, no common sense. It's photosynthesis. The amount of sunlight for plants usually are different. Some will require a lot, like night blooming jasmine. High intensity sunlight won't hurt it. But if you were talking about cymbidiums here, and if you put it in the high intensity sunlight and the summer heat in the back right here, they will be burned to death. Now, each one of these have different requirements, and some leaves will withstand intensity heat, very intense heat. For example, like over here, the jasmine. You would think these leaves are big, but it's soft. Probably not, very heat resistant. But I've been putting this whole plant in the back entire summer, and sometimes weather is over 100 degrees, and it's still doing very well. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that most of the time when you move plants from indoor to outdoor, the leaves got used to the indoor climate. When it moves outdoor, the leaves won't do well. Those leaves will most likely die, and the new leaves will come out and they will handle better heat, better sun intensity than the leaves previously. When you move the plants from outdoor, indoor, it also had the same effect. The leaves that have been putting out over the summer got accustomed to the outside sunlight, the intensity and everything. So when you move inside to the basement or indoor, whichever you guys moving to, I'm moving to the basement. So the sunlight is not as intense and the sunlight is not as long. So those leaves will drop because they are not getting what they designed to. So they will generate more leaves, and those leaves will probably not as much as some when they are doing outside. They will generate those leaves for over the winter. And like I say again, when you bring it out next spring, once the weather gets a little hot, those leaves that they put out during the winter time, they will soon drop those. So don't feel shocked or scared when your plant's dropping few leaves here and there. It's normal. It's remember, plants, when they move to location, they get shocked, they get stressed. So it's normal to see those reactions from the plants. Okay guys, since I do move all the plants in the back, I still keep all the propagation cuttings in the front. The reason being is that they don't need that much of sunlight, and also they're still growing. Once they fully develop, I'm probably moving into the back, or if time is a little short, I'm moving them into the basement. As you can see, these cuttings are from Jasmine made of New Orleans, and as you can see, number 2 and number 4 already rotted, so they didn't make it. But these guys, they are 100% successful right now because they're doing well. I did not check for the roots because when they're forming the new roots, you do not want to move it around too much. Just keep it like that, and you can see these leaves are very healthy. They are actually not dying. A couple symptoms for propagation, to see if, well, the symptom that shows that they are failed is that when you see the leaves are falling, the stem, the branch, like right here, are turning black. Basically, they're rotting down there. So might as well just take them out and throw them away and start a new one. Or in my case, I pour hydrogen peroxide in number 2 and number 4 just to rinse out the soil. Okay, and up here, just the 2 orchids. I still put it stay on the front because these Phalaenopsis orchid don't need a high intensity of light, which actually will kill them. Now over here, this one is the propagation for the night blooming jasmine. Now it might not look as good, but actually it's 100% successful on all of them. Let me tell you why. Now these are the old leaves. It's gonna fall off. It's fine, as you see, like on the side. Let me zoom it in and see if. Let me zoom in. I'll go over one at a time. Okay, you see that? That's new growth. So that one right here is successful, propagated. And then we look at this one. So you can see it also has new growth on it. The old leaves are falling off. The new one's coming out. So that means there are roots forming down there. That one's successful too. And look at this one. As you can see, there are still leaves remain, and the stem is very green. So it's also a successful one. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see it right there, right there. Let me zoom it in. Just keep an eye on that one. Right there, yeah. It's a very tiny shoots coming out, so that one is good. And let me drag this one outside so you can see better. Now the middle one, as you can see, there's small shoots right here. A little zoom it in right there. Right there, yeah. It's shoots coming out too, so it's doing great. And that one over there, let me see. As you can see, it actually coming out on the side. Like, so I try not to touch, like right. Okay, let me get the spoon right there. Can you see it? Right there, yeah. Right there, these two are shooting out, and there are more new growth up here. And this one, that one, I think the branch is big. It has a lot of nutrients or a lot of energy. You can see it's shooting out new shoots everywhere, the green shoots. So, and on this one, you can see right there, See that? New shoots coming out too, and new shoots coming down here too. So I'll zoom it out. Overall, out of the let me see, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 cuttings that I cut from the night blooming jasmine last time, it's all successful. So that's why I told you for night blooming jasmine to propagate it, it's very easy. Cut the big branch, stick it in, they'll grow. All right, that's just an update on propagation front. Okay, and that's it for today. So this week I'm not going to do much. Got a lot of stuff to do in my personal life. So just gonna move the plants back here and keep it back here until maybe next week I'll do something. All right, I'll see you guys later, and thank you for watching.